Well, hey, it's Wednesday, May 20th there, and getting a video out there. I got a question to ask you guys. Why don't you guys get on me a little bit more about wanting to get the Cotto Clottey vid out there? That's an amazing fight we're going to get to see. I mean, it's like the number 3 in the world, Cotto, against the number 5 in the world in Clottey, and their only real loss came to a guy that beat him with cement fists. Now you're talking, 35, 33, come on with the math, 68 wins against 3 defeats, and all the defeats can easily be contested. The one by Cotto against Margarito, who was then caught fighting Sugar Shane Mosley with trying to do, a little plaster of Paris cast thing on his hands, and who knows how long Margarito's been doing that, because he was getting beat fairly earlier in his career by not great fighters. Then all of a sudden he became the man. Maybe he learned how to get that proper mixture. Anyway, first guy I want to get to, I'll do Clottey first. Normally I like to do the guy that I like the best, but I'll do Clottey first. Joshua Clottey. 35-2, 20 wins by knockout, 52.4% knockout ratio. So he's not a big puncher. He's not a one-punch KO kind of guy. I mean, he throws with his power every shot he gets. He really digs his shots. He's good at working the body. He's good at the uppercuts. The only problem with him when he does throw his uppercuts is he has been known to overextend and shoot them out, which leaves you open, for counters very easily, because uppercuts should be fired inside like that when you come in, bam! There shouldn't be this big drawn-out, long-reaching thing. Uppercuts are a lot closer. They're very crisp punch, and knock guys out real well with the uppercut. Another thing that I noticed with Clottey, now this is I had to really pick and choose what I'm trying to find the weaknesses of these guys. Okay, so some of these are not always going to be exact, perfect things, because these are very well-rounded fighters that I'm talking about. These guys have all their game together. Clottey throws great combos. He has a decent defense. He goes to the body. So anything that you want with a fighter, he does. But there are some things that I noticed that he has a tendency of doing. One was the overextending of the uppercuts. The second one that he does, if you watch the Zab Judah fight, if you watch the God, what was that? Corrales. If you watch those fights, whenever he throws his right hand, when he loads up and throws the right hand, the left hand drops as he throws the right hand. So when he's popping that out there, he's dropping that left hand, which is leaving him open big time for the overhand right himself. So these are weaknesses that come out that he has. The guys really haven't lost anybody. And they've beaten decent fighters. I mean, Clottey's beat Corrales. He's beat Zab Judah. I mean, lately, though, it seems like everybody's beaten Zab Judah, right? But Zab Judah, when his head's right, he's a great fighter. Felix Flores, Jose Luis Cruz, they're not great things. Even the loss to Margarito, you could visibly see that he hurts his left wrist, I believe, in like the 4th round. So rounds 5 through 11, he pretty much lost anyway. So, I mean, his loss against Baltimore was because he continued to headbutt him. And Clottey is a bit dirty like that. Zab Judah, that fight was stopped on a cut that was a headbutt. And so he has that going for him. He's a bit dirty. He can mix it up. But, so that's pretty much with Clottey. He's a very good, well-rounded fighter. Can't take anything away from him. The punches he throws are hard by his standards, because he's always digging. He's always putting what he has behind him, which is great. Now the next one is Miguel Angel Cotto. Miguel. I just like saying that. Miguel. And the guy's had one loss, and it was to Margarito. He was beating Margarito. I did a video earlier talking about how Margarito walked him down. But my God, if I was hitting you with cement bricks, I would expect you to eventually cave in and say, yo, I'm not taking this BS anymore. So I don't know how much I hold in that loss. Normally, after a defeat like that, you would expect the fighter to be kind of down and out and in the dumps. He comes back and beats the hell out of Michael Jennings. I mean, he crushed dude in 5 rounds. I mean, embarrassed him, beat the shite out of him. So, and people want to say that he slaps. You're out of your mind. You don't have an 80% knockout percentage by slapping people. I can't believe when people say that about a fighter. Well, he does a slap. You don't knock out 80% of your people by just slapping them. Cotto, weaknesses. A guy that hits them with concrete fists. That's about the only weakness I see. He's monster working the body. He's monster throwing combinations. Look what he did to Malignaggi. Malignaggi was never the same after. He crushed Malignaggi's face, man. I mean, he broke his orbital bone, his nose. I mean, Malignaggi was messed up, man. He was foobar. He beat Zab Judah as well. He like stopped him. It wasn't, stopped because of cuts. He beat Judah's ace late, and he does carry that power late. He's had a lot of Urkel he knocked out in the 11th round. Judah he knocked out in the 11th round. There's a couple other fighters that he has beat that has went, in the later 8th round or later. So he doesn't have to necessarily knock you out that quick. He beat Sugar Shane Mosley, who a lot of people are like, oh, he's the #1 guy, all this stuff. He beat him. UD, man. He beat him. And Sugar Shane can swat and box. And I think Sugar Shane's a heck of a lot better fighter than Clottey. So, did I get everything that I wanted? I think I did. And don't forget, I mean, Cotto and these guys, yeah, they're fighting 147, but these guys are big. Frame-wise. I'm not talking height-wise. I'm talking shoulder width, man, girth. Like, can carry some, weight. I mean, he's built. He looks like he could almost fight at light middleweight. That 154, or maybe even 154 would probably be the max. I don't really see him fighting at 160, but he could definitely fight at 154. So these are not small welterweights by no means. I mean, these guys are look like they can pack the weight on if they had to. So here's my prediction. I think this fight very easily could go to a decision. I mean, you're talking about two very, very world-class fighters going against each other. This isn't, two bums going at it and you're like, oh, it's definitely not going. This fight could definitely go the distance with Cotto winning unanimous decision. What? Huh? I don't give out decisions. All my predictions end in knockout. You saying I need to? Fine. You want it? I'll give it to you. It's going to be a late round stoppage by Cotto. I'm going to say the 10th, 11th round. All right? Fine. You beat it out of me. You wanted it? You got it. All right. No decisions here. Okay. Well, this is Bigragu. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, Memorial Day weekend if you're in the States or wherever you are. Hope you have a great one. I know I will. All right? Well, this is Bigragu. I'm out.